Hey, what's up, everybody? Star5 here, bringing you just a little commentary about if you read Type Veil, my thoughts on like what I would think to be the perfect Crash Bandicoot game. Yeah, I've been talking to this guy I've met on YouTube for quite a while who watched my reaction video to when I thought Crash Bandicoot was gonna come back. And in case you guys weren't aware, I'm a huge Crash Bandicoot fan. Like that was the game. That was my game on the PS1. Like that was the game I grew up with. It was like the very first game I ever played was Crash Bandicoot 2. It's like my favorite platformer all time. Like one of my highest favorite rated games. And yeah, I was talking to this guy named Jeremiah Isaiah, and we were just talking about like Crash Bandicoot and all that stuff, and like what would I do if they made another Crash game if he came back. And I just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about my thoughts on what I think would be like the perfect formula for the new Crash game. Now at first I was thinking that's like the old school Naughty Dog style Crash Bandicoot games you could make at first, like the warp room system and all that stuff. But that's kind of, this day and age, it's kind of like just little bare bones. People would get bored with it very easily because most gamers this day and age, they wouldn't really, have that much fun with it because it's just kind of bare and linear and all that. So I was sitting here thinking, and then like I just got done watching this video on YouTube. Like these guys that are making like this Crash fan game, and the way it looked, and like it just gave me like an overall idea what like my favorite, or like what I would do, like if I was making a Crash Bandicoot game, like my perfect design choices, or at least in my opinion, what I think would be perfect, like if they were to make a new Crash game, I would like them to combine like the linear, well not it's like the kind of warp room type stuff with like open world. Like the way I see it is like the main like hub world of the game is like this like gigantic island that Crash can just explore and go everywhere in. And then it's just this big island, and you can just explore it everywhere. And then like on the island, there's like these little sections of like areas, like levels, like 5 levels per little section, and there's like it's kind of like the warp room type of thing. So it's like mixing, it's like combining a little bit of the warp room style from the Crash Bandicoot 2 and 3 with like open world style. And there's like certain sections of the island, like you can explore the island and find one section that's unlocked and do the levels in that. And then if you like find another section that's like blocked off until you get a certain number of crystals, and then you can go to that section. So like I said, it kind of combines open world with the warp room thing. And then like when you go into like the levels of the warp room, the levels aren't linear like they are in Crash 2 and 3, but they're a little bit like the levels are kind of open world too, but they're a little bit smaller about it. Like you can explore the levels in greater detail, but just not as much as like the big island overworld. So the levels aren't linear, but they're open and explorable, just not too much to kind of keep the open exploring part a little bit compact, but not too much to restrict players. So that's pretty much how I see they could do it. Just have like a big island overworld that you can go anywhere in, and then just like have sections of the island that just have different types of like little themes for the levels in each little thing. And maybe like the overworld itself can have like crates in it too. Like it's not just you in the overworld running around trying to find the the warp room little areas. There's actually stuff you can do in like the main island overworld, like collect. There's like a couple extra crystals out there you can find and collect, a couple extra gems, and then have like crates out there too. Have like, I don't know, maybe like 300 crates total in like the main overworld of the island. And then you get all the crates and you go find like like a last color gem or whatever. Then if you collect all the color gems, it unlocks this secret area somewhere over on the island. You can go there. It'll take you over to like some kind of island like out in the middle of nowhere, and there's like another 5 extra, like the typical hidden warp rooms like Crash 2 and 3 had. As for like the levels themselves, like all the individual levels themselves, I haven't really thought about that much, but maybe just like like I said, they're a little bit more explorable. They're not the same magnitude as like the overworld island, but you could there's more than just linear paths. There's like multiple paths to different places and all that stuff. And maybe like the themes for the levels, I'm not entirely sure. I have to think more about that, but they could have like different themes and all that stuff. They could have like a level where he's like, it teleports him to some part of the island in the level, and it's like, it's dark and it's raining. It's like thunderstorms and lightning, and like the lightning has a chance to strike you and do damage to you. Like not a whole lot, but you know, if you're just standing in the wrong place at the wrong time for too long or something like that, you know, get struck by lightning. That could be a cool little effect or whatever, cool little gimmick to the certain level. But other than all that stuff, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much my personal idea for what I would think to be the perfect Crash game. Like, you know, Radical Entertainment is supposed to be hopefully they can make a new Crash Bandicoot game, but you know, that would be my perfect example for that would be my perfect Crash Bandicoot game. So, you know, if someone at Radical were to like see this or just direct it to this part of the videos, like, if y'all are gonna, or whoever is making new Crash, if y'all gonna make a new Crash, combine the modern open world with like kind of like a classic Crash Bandicoot style. Have like a main island overworld that's big, and you can go around in and pick up crates and extra crystals and a couple gems and do stuff in. And then have like certain sections of the island you find your way to. You know, like if you go like to the left or whatever, you know, a certain distance, you like jump down and find like this little secluded area, and there's like warp room paths, and you can jump in there, and you know, just like a hole in the ground or something will open, and you can jump in, and then that's the level. And then the level itself is a little bit more exploratory. It's not just linear like it is in Crash 2 and 3. Kind of like, I guess you could say you can mix Twinsanity with like the old PS1 Crash games. You know, it's kind of mix those together and just make it like the best of both worlds. So that way it'd be more modern, and then like the old school Crash fans, you know, it could still, you know, be reminiscent of the old school Crash games without just being a direct copy of the old Crash games. You know, if you get what I'm saying. But that's it. That's just pretty much my thoughts. I was just sitting here watching like an old Crash Bandicoot video, these fan game these guys were making, and it got me thinking about, you know, more about what would be my ideal Crash Bandicoot game if they were to make another one. That, you know, that's, like I said, would be my perfect game, just open world, and then like the warp room system, and then the levels themselves are a little bit more explorable, and you know, there's different paths and multiple routes you can take to get the crystals. I mean, just think of the hidden routes too, like if you were to make hidden skull routes for the gems and stuff, oh my god, just think of how more creative and crazy you can get with like an open world, more explorable way to get to the gems and stuff. Like I have ideas. I have some ideas right now I really wish I could work on and promote as like a new Crash game without getting sued out of my ass. But I think that's pretty much it. I just got up and just wanted to make a video talking about Crash Bandicoot because I love the little orange marsupial. But then the story, and I haven't thought of the story yet. I'll probably make I might make an update video thinking of the story a little bit more, but you know, that's basically just like the main concept and idea of like how I want the game, how I would love the game to be. Like that'd be my perfect Crash game. Like I've been saying, that's just the main concept. So I might come up with a video later talking about what the story could be like, because I want it to be a new kind of different story, not the same thing. You know, it's like kind of a little bit like it involves Cortex, but it's not like the same, you know, typical stuff. But I'll get back to y'all later when I can come up with the story. But that's it for me. I'm Stephen35 and I'm out. Please don't forget to leave a rating, comment, subscribe, and I got to go watch this Courage the Cowardly Dog that I'm looking at right now on this beautiful television. Not really, Courage is on right now and I'm missing it. I'm watching it right now. Peace, bye, I can't.